feel I got a game plan to lure your bitch straight back to my rape bag.
Yo, salute to the people. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. This one really hurts, honestly, to even have to put this out, but I made a promise to somebody. Greg, I made a promise to you. We had a conversation behind the scenes, and I have something that's called discernment, you guys. When somebody shows me something about themselves, it makes me question their integrity, question what type of person this really is. And Greg did something, let me show you guys, that I thought was deplorable.
Right. Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
Before,
Right. Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
before I
Come
slap
on,
the
bro.
shit out you.
Right. Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
Prayers up to Addison. This was on my live, and I got a lot of backlash for that. People were reaching out to me. They were like, HB, how could you have this person on your live? He's screaming at his daughter. HB, why didn't you check him? So I brought it up to Greg, and he pretty much doubled down on it. And that kind of made me, that's when a light switch went off, and it made me really look at Greg a little bit differently. It's one thing if you, tell your kid to shut the fuck up, but for him to not even see the problem with that behavior, Adep, just let me know when you're ready, man. Just cam up, and I'll bring you back up. So this whole situation, hold on one second. Cam up. Hold on one second. So this whole situation happened because I made a promise. I promised Greg that, you need to take a break from these YouTube streets. You need to fall back. So I did some digging. I had to look into Greg the Grape. I had to see what type of monster this really is. And unfortunately, I found out exactly what I didn't want to find. I found out something that's so egregious that we have to cover it. There's really no way around this. There's a reason that he's called Greg the Grape. He's been lying about pretty much his whole background, his whole story. He's leaving out key details in the story of Greg. So we're gonna start out. Adele, where should we start out with?
I just want to say I am very disappointed by this. But just like the clip you showed, that is a major red flag.
Yeah.
The screaming at the daughter thing, I'm not gonna say too much about because we're not fathers yet. We haven't raised a child for a while yet. We don't know that kind of stress in the house. But to say FTK, fuck those kids.
Yeah.
That doubling down of it, that's where it's like, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But then seeing all of this that we're about to present.
Yeah.
Damn, Greg.
Yeah. Let's get straight to let's pull up some mug shots first of Greg. Greg is he's been in trouble since about 21 in his life. He's been in trouble. He's been a criminal. Let's see. He's done a lot of crimes, battery, domestic violence. Let's see. I think we got another domestic violence. So there's one domestic violence charge. Here's another domestic violence charge. It's a lot of domestic violence against women. And it kind of made me realize that Greg, there's another domestic violence against women. It kind of made me realize that Greg has no conscience. He really has a deep hatred for women. And he has a long history of doing stuff like this. So we got a domestic abuse, battery, touch, strike spouse. We got another aggravated battery against a pregnant woman. We have another battery against a spouse. We have probation. And then this is the one that really influenced the name of this live, Greg the Grape. It says rape with a weapon, multiple counts of rape with a weapon.
And that's what kills me right there. This is not just one, but two different charges, two different offenses of grape with a weapon. One in 2010, and then he spun the block in 2011 on some Chris Unbiased type.
Yeah.
Shit.
There's another rape with a weapon. Yeah, Greg is a convicted rapist. He did serve his sentence, but he didn't tell anybody that he had this type of smut on his jacket. You know, he's beaten pregnant women. It says it in parentheses here, right here. Well, aggravated battery against a pregnant woman. So you have to ask yourself, if he has this much hatred and anger and violence to women, what could he be doing to his daughter? You know, I'm not gonna go that far because obviously he hasn't been convicted of anything, but you got to ask yourself, what is going on with Greg to the point where
I pray and hope that isn't the case.
Right.
But
right.
If you're multiple counts of grape with a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
you're not wrong for putting that idea out there, that
Right.
hypothesis out there at all. Like,
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case at all.
Yeah. And for anybody wondering, is this actually Greg? Yeah, we got the the mug shots. That's definitely Greg right there. You know, he's looking like a young Inuit child right here. So yeah, that's definitely Greg. And you know, one of the things about hip hop and battle rap, usually guys have, you might have a couple charges on you, but usually it's charges where you can hold your head high. You might have a burglary, B&E, you might have you got in a fight at a bar or something. But all of Greg's charges are domestic violence, hitting women, violating women, rape. All of his crimes are against women. So you got to ask yourself, what is he really doing to that little girl? Why would anybody even allow him to be around a little girl when he has so many charges against women. You know, if you'll harm one woman, who's to say you wouldn't harm another one? It's really unfortunate.
And highlight these offense dates, right?
Okay.
So the first one was 2010. What time of the year was that? Because I remember seeing it was like around Halloween time.
Let me see. The rape. Let's see the first rape. The first rape is, let's see. 2011, 226. This was when he was actually booked. So this was the end of February right here.
Okay.
And then the second one was 2010, March 29th. And he has two charges with rape with the women. And mind you, this is back in 2010, 2011. The mandatory 6 years for rape in the states that he was in didn't take place until 2012.
Yeah. So in Florida, if people are wondering, there was no mandatory minimum for rape in Florida prior to 2012.
Yeah.
Now the mandatory minimum, I believe, is like 3 years. With a weapon, is about 5 or 6.
And all of his, pretty much everything on Greg's jacket is domestic violence. He also has, he has some like, traffic violations and stuff.
No, he's a wild dude. From what I saw, he was driving 55 above the speed limit.
Yeah, let me bring that one up. Hold on 1 second.
This thing is fucking crazy.
Yeah, let me bring that one up too.
But beyond that, the domestic violence, it did say, parentheses, she was pregnant.
Right. So let me see. So these are more of his charges right here. Assault, recklessly causing injury. So he beat somebody and caused the injury, or probably a woman. Driving under suspension, exceeded 55 miles per hour over the speed limit. So he was really on his Fast and Furious shit right here.
Was he on the way to a rape or maybe an escape?
Yeah. Violation of pretrial release conditions, battery, domestic violence, violation of pretrial release conditions, battery, aggravated battery on pregnant female, aggravated battery on pregnant female again, battery, domestic violence, battery, domestic
These are
violence.
all crisis Luke Kane type of charges.
Violation, battery, domestic violence. That's literally all that's on his jacket, man. It's just battery against women and rape. And it's really unfortunate that we don't really look into these things, but you never know what to look into until somebody gives you a reason to look into these things. And when Greg, when he did this.
Right, Edison. Shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
It really made me want to look into Greg and really find out what's going on with Greg. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard Greg's story about how he lost his son in a fire, and God bless that son. His name is Desmond Bryce Robinson. Now, I want you guys to remember that. Desmond Bryce Robinson. Greg's last name is Adams. So that also made me kind of look into this a little bit more deeply. I'm going to show you guys a news article real quick. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. If you want to help sponsor this episode, The Cash App is scrolling at the bottom. Arlie
That's
Ray.
freaky, man.
Yeah. So this article is from 2021. It's titled "Restaurants Taking Donations for Family Who Lost Child in Liberty Apartment Fire." North Lima, Ohio, just over a week after Green Acre apartment fire in Liberty that took the life of 4-year-old Desmond Robinson over this past weekend, a North Lima restaurant is accepting donations for the family affected. Five Branches Smokehouse in North Lima created a GoFundMe for their head chef, Jeff Robinson, who is the dad of Desmond. That's interesting because I thought Greg was the dad of Desmond. Robinson spoke with 21 News Tuesday, recalling the day the fire broke out. Robinson was watching TV at the time the fire started. He tried to put the fire out himself before waking up his friend, Greg. Greg was able to get 7-month-old twins out of the apartment. I woke up everybody else and got them out, and then tried to go back in 2 different times to get the other kids, and it just was physically impossible, Robinson said. Robinson believes the fire started due to an electrical issue. 2 children, Desmond and his younger sister, Addison, and mind you,
Right. Addison, shut the fuck up. I'm on.
So yeah, we're talking about the same Addison here. Addison were trapped in the apartment until fire crews arrived. So Greg said that he actually saved Addison, but it looks like they actually left Addison all alone in a burning building. The fire department had to actually come out and save Addison. Robinson says he's fortunate he could be with Desmond in the final days of his short life in the hospital. He was just very loving, innocent, and always happy. Robinson said about his son, he was a daddy's boy and always wanted to be around me. Desmond's younger sister, Addison, is expected to recover. Her dad, Greg, showed 21 News dozens of photos they have as a family. Greg says the 2 of them were inseparable, and the little Addison will grow up with a personal angel always by her side. So Greg and the friend,
They were co-parenting.
they were, not only were they co-parenting, but they both had kids with the same woman. They were both living in a poly relationship, all with one woman. There's one woman involved here, and Greg and Jeffrey were sharing the same woman. And you have to ask yourself, why did Greg leave this aspect out of his story? He never said anything about a Jeffrey. Why do you think he left that out, Adept?
Only Greg could answer that. Okay. I'm not sure why he would leave that out unless the situation was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Or could be seen as embarrassing to the public.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. We started off getting necessities like clothes, said Amber Durfee, general manager at Five Branch Smokehouse. Now we need housing and we need furniture. We need volunteers to help us sort through everything because there's so many different families, different sizes, and different kids. I never would have thought this would happen, Robinson said. I've never been one in my entire life to even accept help from anyone. So it's just kind of taking me back to see how much support there has been. Now, what's really weird about this is I'm gonna show you guys a picture of Jeffrey. That's what's so weird about this whole situation. I'm gonna show you a picture of Jeffrey. A video. Okay. Glitch, you got to give me a second, man. Glitch, you could definitely hit the link if you want, Glitch. I know you like this freaky shit, so if you want to hit the link, pull up, man. Hold on one second, you guys. So I'm looking for this.
Yeah, the people need to see the pictures because a lot more questions arise when you see the Jeffrey person and you see Desmond and you see Greg and the
Right,
wife.
right. So here is this is a picture of Jeffrey right here. This is the this is a GoFundMe for the house fire that took the life of Desmond B. Robinson.
Like Dirtbag Dan.
Yeah,
Like
looks
fucking
like
caustic.
it's like a Cro-Magnon, some sort of Edomite caveman. I'm not sure,
Like a
but
cracked
clearly,
out Dane Cook. You know he's a dope fiend though. Oh, we'll
yeah,
get to that. We'll get to that.
clearly a white man, right?
Yeah.
So let me read this. I am reaching out to the community for help with one of our employees. Our head cook Jeff had a house fire early morning, August 20th, 2021. They lost everything, and two of the children are in critical condition at Akron Children's. Please, if you can donate anything, including diapers, clothes, shoes, toiletries, please donate through here. Message myself personally, and I can pick up any items or arrange a pickup. A lot of you have asked about donating cash. Yes, we have a fund going at the restaurant if you'd like to prefer to help that way. Every single thing is appreciated. Please pray for the entire family and other families. So, if you guys want to donate to Jeffrey, I'm gonna put that in the live real quick, you guys. I'm gonna put that link in there if you guys want to donate. So Greg was actually there when this house fire took place, and Jeffrey were there. Now I'm gonna show you a picture of little Desmond. And prayers up to Desmond. It is unfortunate that both of them couldn't save baby Desmond. Desmond Bryce Robinson 4 went to heaven Saturday, August 28th, 2021 at Akron's Children's Hospital following injuries sustained in a house fire. Desmond joins his brother Jeffrey and sister Cadence in heaven. Jesus. Desmond was born November 9th, 2016 in Youngstown, a son of Jeffrey W. and Nicoletta M. Robinson. Now, wait a minute. I thought Greg said Desmond was his child. He's whenever he talks about that, he makes it seem like it's his child. Now, if you look at Desmond doesn't look white.
Right. He looks very biracial.
Yeah.
Or maybe a quarter Negroid.
Yeah.
Greg is half black, so-called black.
Yeah.
This child looks a quarter that. Now, I don't know if HB pulled up Jeffrey's Facebook, but around the time this boy was born, Jeffrey was saying that his wife was cheating on him.
Yeah.
And pretty much saying he can't trust his friends.
Right. So
it's possible, Jeffrey thought it was his child, signed that birth certificate, and as this kid was getting older, he started noticing, the hair, the features.
Yeah. It's really, it's really kind of sick if you have a best friend that would fuck your baby moms. It just kind of goes into what type of person Greg the Grape really is. You would not only cheat or assist your best friend's wife on cheating, but you would actually impregnate her too. Desmond leaves his parents, Jeffrey and Nicoletta of Youngstown, three brothers, John, Michael Johnson, and twins Micah and Mateo Joseph Adams, all of Youngstown, a sister Addison Nicole Adams of Youngstown, maternal grandma. So you see, Addison has Greg's last name, but Desmond has Jeffrey's last name. Now, when I show you the woman in question, maybe things might make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, keep your pants on in the chat.
Maybe things might make a little more sense. So
I don't personally see it. Like I like you and the third parties. I know where y'all going with it. I personally don't see it. To me, she looked like Sean from White Chicks.
I mean, she kind of looks like a little bit of Iggy Azalea, you know.
To me, Iggy Azalea looked like a man. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know though. There's other pictures too though.
Yeah.
To where I kind of see it, but then it's like I don't know.
Yeah. So, Jesus is saying she looks like Paris Hilton. So, woman receives lengthy prison sentence for Mercer County overdose death. A woman found guilty of selling drugs to a Mercer woman who died of an overdose received a lengthy prison sentence on Friday. Nicoletta Robinson was sentenced to 111 months to 27 years in prison. A jury found her guilty of drug delivery resulting in death, aggravated assault, criminal use of communication facilities, manufacture, delivery, or possession with intent to manufacture or deliver, all felony charges, and misdemeanor charges or simple assault and recklessly endangering another person. Robinson was charged after the 32-year-old victim was found dead in a house in Cool Springs Township in June of 2019. The Mercer County Coroner's Office determined that she died of a drug overdose. Pennsylvania State Police said an investigation determined that Robinson was the one who sold the drugs to the victims. Mercer County District Attorney Pete Acker said Robinson showed a lack of remorse for the crime up until sentencing. He added that she made a statement that it was all bullshit during the presenting what is that present? I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, in the case, just finally happened. He said justice finally happened. He said so after she was sentenced. Greg and Jeffrey decided to shack up together and take care of all the kids. But I still don't understand why Greg would lie about that.
Now, as y'all saw, that woman's clearly white.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey's clearly white, but yet they have a biracial baby named Desmond.
Right.
Now, I'm thinking like, do we know many white parents naming their child Desmond?
Not really.
Thinking about it, like
not really.
See it maybe like
yeah. Not really.
I think Jeffrey knew that the baby wasn't his, but still signed the birth certificate. Because if you go through his Facebook, he's somebody that if you go about through the post, he's somebody that will do that.
He was
like, I don't care what happened. It's whatever. That's still my child. Like
right. He was very much in love, but he was he was definitely very much in love. But I still feel like, for Greg to, do this to this guy, it just kind of shows what type of person Greg is, especially if they were friends. But they were able to, shack up together and raise these kids, but something went wrong. The house burned down and Greg had to move to Alaska.
Do we salute them for that? For putting their differences to the side and shacking up to raise the kids together while mama was in jail?
I think as a man, it's not manly at all. I think there's a reason why Greg purposely left that part of his backstory out. He didn't want to talk about Jeffrey, and I think it's unfortunate, but Yeah, I don't salute that, man. I think you listen. I don't even want to shake the hand of the man that was fucking on my girl, man. I'm not trying to be
Right.
polite. I'm not trying to. Nah, we ain't doing none of that, man. Like, nah. So, I think it was more so a situation where they probably were both fucked up, needed to come together to raise the kids, but obviously
Well, if you
they
look
didn't
through
do.
Jeffrey's Facebook, he was in and out of jail.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a drug abuser. Um, so
yeah,
yeah, he would be the type of person that would probably need help uh, having a living situation.
yeah. And I
And with
mean,
Greg having these rape charges on his background, he probably was having some issues as well.
yeah. You got to ask yourself too. Greg's almost 40, still, working, odd jobs and stuff, and it's one of those things where usually, by that age, a man kind of has things figured out. But if you got rape charges on you, domestic violence, who's really gonna hire you? You know,
Yeah.
so I think. What's even more unfortunate is that both of these men were in this house when it burned down, and they still were not able to save Desmond. Two men in a house together, and they couldn't save the kids.
Yeah, like that story is crazy because he says Jeffrey tried to put out the fire himself,
Hmm.
couldn't do it, woke up Greg. Greg went and saved the twins, and then he said he tried to save the other kids, but
He left them in the
he
house.
said it was physically impossible.
Right. And then, when Gregory tells this story, he makes it seem like he saved Addison, but the report said that he left Addison in the house. He left her in there.
Right. It was the firemen that saved Addison, and unfortunately, they couldn't save Desmond.
Yeah. So, I just feel like with these types of charges on your jacket, you know, what do you think we should do it with Greg? What do you think we should do it for Greg?
I do want to hear Greg's side of this.
Okay.
If he has any integrity at all,
Okay.
he should want to come up here and clear his name if that is possible.
Okay.
If there's any way to, because I will say this, right, to play devil's advocate, the rape with a weapon. Now
Hmm.
we understand there was no mandatory minimums in Florida prior to 2012, but the fact that he only served 28 days in 2010 for the first one, and then 74 days for the second one a year later, that's pretty interesting to me.
You
Even with the no mandatory minimums.
right.
So maybe there's a story to that. Maybe we want to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do have Greg in the back.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to add to this? Let me
Oh
let
no,
me
I think Greg coming up here, salute to him for coming up here to try to explain the situation.
Yeah.
But this is bad. From the beating of the pregnant women
Yeah.
to the rapes with a weapon, et cetera, et cetera. None of it looks good.
Yeah, before we bring Greg back up here, or before we bring him up here, um, let's make sure we do go through the charges. Battery, touch strike, spouse, aggravated battery against a pregnant woman, battery, touch strike, spouse, rape with weapon, violation of pretrial, rape with women, or rape with weapon, rape with weapon, rape with weapon, rape with weapon. Let's bring Greg up here. Hold on, my bad. Let me remove
Oh no, you
this.
good. You good. HB, do your thing. I'll be
Let's
right back.
bring Greg up here. Greg the Grape.
Damn.
What's going on, Greg?
What's going on, HB?
Now, you've been charged multiple times with rape with a weapon. Do you want to explain that?
I'll explain it. For one, this is the first time ever seeing that charge on my jacket. Ever. That shit wasn't there on the arresting date. It wasn't there when I went to court. It was never there, G. So I don't know where that shit come from,
Okay.
but it's not that shit ain't me, G. First
Okay.
of all, I've never even owned a weapon. First of all.
Okay.
Second of all, I would never even do that.
Okay.
Third of all, I feel like would have put me on a list to the point I wouldn't even be able to have my kid.
That's you right there, Greg? Is that you?
That's me, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
So yeah, the mugshot is me. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's me. That's undeniable. But
Okay.
as far as a rape with weapon charge, I've never seen that in my life, G. On everything. On everything, G.
You know, bro, I can't do this,
Yeah,
man.
because the thing is, I know the person that you work with in order to actually get this stuff.
Yeah, nah, Greg, I gotta get you up out of here, bro. You know, I'm sorry, bro. I had to kick him out of the studio. Listen, man, I'm not about to sit here and let a motherfucker just lie to my fucking face, Greg. Greg, not only do I got your birthday, I got your social security, bro. You think I'm just pulling some shit out of my fucking ass? You think the people put $100 on this shit for nothing? Bro, you not about to sit up here and tell me this is not you, man. I'm not about to sit here and listen to this bullshit, man. Like, bro, oh man. Hold on. Greg, you could pull back up, but
It's definitely Greg. 100%. It is Greg. All of the
yeah,
information is there. This is stuff that we also can't show on stream because of privacy issues, but it's
yeah.
100% confirmed to be Greg.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah. You could tell he's lying too when he said, "I've never even owned a gun." It didn't say a gun; it said a weapon, Greg.
Yeah.
One thing, HB. This is kind of why I moved the way I do, and I'm glad. And I'm glad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, things happen for a reason, man, and I knew something wasn't right.
Yeah, I called it from the beginning. Glitch called
Yeah.
it from the beginning. I told y'all something was off. And a few months ago, Greg was on Yo-Yo's live and he fell asleep with the phone.
Mhm.
And some gay guy started reprimanding him, like, "Yo, Greg, wake the fuck up. Wake up, sweetie. Clean up. You got all these kids. You got me fucked up, Greg." And it was like a gay man in the background. So I believe Greg is still living with a homosexual man.
Gay man. Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask Greg. Greg, who is that man in the background?
First of all, that was a woman with a manly voice. She has a thyroid problem. That's why her voice is so deep like that. Her name is Jaquetta Watson. Go
You
look it
can't
up.
make this shit up.
First
Maze,
of all, second of all,
Hold
Glitch.
on.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. Maze, I just got a cash app to get you up out of here. You got any final words, Maze?
I mean,
Yeah, I got him out of here, y'all. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Glitch said it didn't say a gun. It definitely does. It definitely says firearm on them charges, bruh. It definitely says firearm.
No, it doesn't. Oh, well, yeah, it does say firearm. It does say firearm. Yeah, rape with weapon.
Firearm. I've
Yeah.
never owned a firearm in my life, bruh. Never once.
Okay, Greg. Okay. Greg, let me ask you this. Were you born in 1988?
I was. April 17th, 1988.
Okay. Is your social, does it start with 60422?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Greg, I'm not bullshitting with you, bro.
Nobody said you were bullshitting, HB. I'm
this is
telling
the
you, I've never seen that charge on my record, ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay. So
I'm
Maze
not saying this. Go ahead.
No. Somebody's just sent $10 to bring Maze back for some reason. So let's go through these other charges then, Greg.
Okay.
Let's go
The
through this.
domestic violence for January of 2010. Tampa, Florida, which is where Hillsborough County is, has a what they call zero tolerance policy.
Hmm.
That means, in short, that if somebody calls, somebody's going to jail. And
Okay.
since the girlfriend called at the time, she's the one who called, I was automatically assumed as the aggressor.
Okay. Now let's get back to the aggravated battery against the pregnant woman.
Right. She was pregnant at the time, and that's what they charged me with.
Okay. And then you got another battery. It says touch strike spouse.
That's the same from the first one.
Okay. Okay. And
Right.
now you got
It's not. So what it is, it's not the multiple. It was the one incident, and then every time there's an incident after that,
mhm.
those same charges from before are on this one. It's not like multiple days of, you know what I'm saying, separate charges.
Okay. Now
You
we
see what
got
I'm
the
saying?
rape with weapon. Now you're saying you've never seen this before. Is there
N-
some did you go
Never
through like
seen
a
this before.
did you have like are you familiar with like a fugue state? Are you familiar with that?
No, no.
That's when
Explain it
like
to me.
a fugue state is when you kind of forget things from your past. Do you think you may have suffered that
No,
or something? Okay.
no, not at all.
Okay. Cuz
Not at
this is
all.
definitely you. You've definitely been charged with rape. I'm not sure if you may have pled out to something. Hold on a second. Yo, y'all gonna quit playing with Maze, sending them and bringing them back. Hold on a second. Um, hold on one second. My bad. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me see. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. We're good. So,
The menu is open, chat at $HB to win and $GITM glitch. Let's
okay,
get it.
okay. So, Maze, somebody sent some more money to get you out of here, Maze. You got any final words, Maze?
Nah.
All right, let me get Maze up out of here. My bad, bro. Somebody sent. So you're completely denying these rape charges, even though it matches with your your date of birth and your social security.
I've never seen that charge, HB.
Okay.
Never,
Okay.
not once.
Okay. Now let's obviously you're lying about that, and that's cool.
I'm
I
not.
don't
I don't have no reason to lie. I don't
I
have
mean,
no
you
reason to
whoa.
lie.
You don't have a reason to lie. We're
I
talking
don't
about
have
rape.
a
We're
reason
talking
to
about
lie.
rape
I don't
here. What do
have.
you mean?
I stand on this shit I say, bruh. Just like when I told her to shut the fuck up, I was there. And I did say that I said that. I never
Yeah.
denied that I once said that. I don't need to lie about no fucking rape, bro. I've never been accused of rape. I've never been charged with rape. I've never
Okay.
even seen that shit on my jacket, G.
Yo,
Swear to God, nigga. Swear to God, nigga.
Greg, I can get footage of when you were in court for this shit, bro.
Okay.
All right. I'm not listen. Let's get back to let's talk about the house fire thing because
Let's do it.
you never talked about Jeffrey. Why didn't you do that?
Why I didn't talk about Jeff?
Yeah.
One, because that same GoFundMe that the restaurant started, they gave him access to the withdrawals to withdraw the money. This nigga went to the casino and blew every penny, bruh.
Okay.
That's why I don't talk about Jeff. Because low key, I feel like he may have been the reason why we even had the house fire to begin with.
And why do you
Because
feel that way?
because of where it started. They said that it started in between the ceiling of the basement, which is where he was renting out. He was renting out the basement. It started from in between the ceiling of the basement and the floor of the first floor.
Whoa. So you guys have kids with the same woman and you guys are living in the same house.
We were living, yes.
Okay.
So the arrangement was because Nikki was on trial, Nicoletta, she was on trial for that court case, right? So in order for it to bills to be covered and everything else to run as smoothly as it was, he had to rent the basement.
Okay.
That was the only arrangement.
Okay. Okay. So you guys weren't cool or anything. You
No,
guys had
no.
the same
I
baby
didn't
mom.
I didn't meet Jeff until like after the first year of me being there in
Hmm.
Ohio. Because I'm not from Ohio. He is.
Okay. Okay. So how did you meet Nicoletta?
I was on a truck with my boy Kareem Johnson. He drove truck cross country for like Panther and CRST or some one of them other companies, right? So we were in Hubbard, Ohio, and he was like, "Yo, my passenger application didn't go through," right? So he was like, "Bro, I gotta let you off the truck, or I could lose my job. Lose my CDL, all of that." So he was like, "Yo, call this taxi company that Nikki ran. She owned it, Diva Taxi Cab. Call this taxi company, tell them you need to go from the Loves in Hubbard, Ohio, or
Hmm.
Flying J, one of the two. It was the Flying J or the Loves. Tell them you need to go from there to downtown where the Greyhound is. Because at that time, I was currently trying to pursue trucking myself. That's why I was on the truck with him because he had been
Hmm.
doing it for years. So I was like, bruh, I just get on the truck with you. You teach me everything about pre-trip and all of that shit. And then once I go to the school, I can just breeze through the shit. You know what I'm saying? Get my license, boom, boom, bam, get on the road for what is the CR England,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So he was like, yo, go.
Trash company.
That's another story later. But he told me to take the taxi from Flying J Hubbard to downtown Greyhound. So that's what I did. And that's how we met. Because when
So
she was using,
you met her at the at the Greyhound station.
no, 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 she was my taxi driver.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
she owned the company and she used her own personal vehicle for the company.
okay,
So she was the one who picked me up and dropped me off.
okay. So you and Jeffrey were never friends.
Never friends like that. It wasn't
Okay.
until after she had went in, which
Hmm.
was like my third or fourth year in,
Hmm.
that we even started to be cordial towards each other.
Right, right, right. So there, it seems like there was kids in between time though. Like he had a kid, and was it all his kids at first, and then you started having kids with her, or was there some like
So
middle ground?
he had John, which is John Johnson,
Hmm.
right? John Johnson was adopted by Carol Johnson. That's how the name changed, whatever. So Desmond is neither his nor mine, but I have been around Desmond since he was 6 months old to the day that he passed. That's
Hmm.
why I claim him the way that I do, because
Hmm.
I've been around a greater majority of his life. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing. And then Addison, we didn't have until 2018.
You saw the picture of Desmond. Well,
Mhm.
obviously,
Right.
that doesn't look like a white man and a white woman created
Absolutely
it.
not.
Okay, so who's the real daddy of Desmond?
No one knows.
Okay, okay. So, um, this is
Desmond was born prior to me even meeting Nikki.
okay, okay.
Right.
So why when you tell this story you never bring up Jeff? Why do you leave him out of
Because
this
I feel
story?
like he's a piece of shit who, like I said, the whole point of the GoFundMe was for us to split it down the middle.
Hmm. Hmm.
But when they gave him access to it, he withdrew all the funds, all of it. Now, obviously, GoFundMe takes a percentage off top, whatever, whatever, whatever. He went and spent however much he withdrew at the casino.
Right, right, right.
Every single penny. And then to make matters worse, as far as him trying to go up there twice and blah, 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 I went in twice. Okay.
Now, in the article, it said that Addison got left inside. And
Addison and Desmond were still inside.
right.
So when I went upstairs the first time, when he told me that the shit was even on fire, I was half asleep.
Mhm.
So when I went in, I thought to grab the twins because at the time they were 7 months old. You see what I'm saying? So I grabbed them because I figured they would be the hardest to carry in a rush, in a panic, trying to run downstairs with. So I put them, after I opened the door, I put them in the little white bathtub that you normally wash babies in. And I put them out by a lamppost away from the smoke that was coming out the door.
Mhm.
Right. Then I went and tried to look for something to cover my face with to go upstairs and retrieve the older two. But
But
each time I got up there, I couldn't breathe, see nothing. By
no,
the
no,
time I
wait.
got up,
Why did you lie about getting Addison though? You left her in there.
I never said I got her out. I said I
That's
got the
that.
twins out.
No. You said you got Addison out too. Desmond was the only one that was left in there.
No.
Yeah, that's what you said the other day that you
Well, then I
rescued her.
missaid it.
You
I
said
And
you
missaid
wait,
it.
rescued her.
why did you have to look for something to cover your face with? Why were you shirtless upstairs with Jeff and had nothing to cover
I
your
wasn't
face with?
shirtless upstairs with Jeff. If we're gonna have a
So
real conversation,
how
hold
come you
on,
said you
hold
got
on,
to
hold
look
on,
for
hold on,
something
hold
to
on,
cover
hold
your
on.
face? If you're
If
wearing a
we're
shirt, common
if we're
sense is
gonna
like,
have a real conversation about this, we need to have a real conversation about this. This happened at 4:45 in the morning. I was in bed in my room on the top floor. Jeff is in the basement. I'm not upstairs with Jeff. So if we're gonna do this, we're gonna have a very real conversation about this. We're not gonna do the little troll shit. We're not
Wait.
doing that.
But you told us that you got Addison out though.
Then
So
I misspoke.
that was a
I
lie.
misspoke.
You
I
left
misspoke.
you left her in the
I didn't
in the house. You didn't
I
save her.
didn't intentionally leave her in there. No.
Right, but when you do tell this story, you make it seem like, you grabbed her too. And Desmond was the only one but
No.
they were
No.
both left in there.
I've
That's how I
always said that
remember it.
Yeah.
I've always said that I've gone after I got the twins out to try to get the other two. If I said it, then I misspoke.
and you were
It
Yeah.
wasn't in
shirtless
there.
that night. You didn't have a shirt on.
I was in bed. You sleep with a shirt on?
Sometimes.
I can't sleep with a shirt on.
Okay.
That shit makes me
Right.
feel restricted and shit.
Okay. Okay. So, um so you and Jeffrey are not in communications anymore. You guys don't talk
No.
anymore. Okay.
No.
Okay. So Nicolette, she still is in communications with both of you guys though.
I don't know if she calls him. I
Okay.
speak to her on a daily. I don't know if she calls him.
Okay. And
Because when you're in prison, you have to, that person has to have money on what is it, Connect Network,
mhm.
and they have to have the funds to put, or they have to want to put funds on the phone to receive a phone call.
Okay. So what led to you and Jeff like linking up and getting a apartment together?
No, me and Nikki had the apartment.
Oh, okay,
And
okay, okay.
like I said, when she was going through the trial, the best bet to keep money flowing and keep bills and expenses covered was to have him rent the basement out.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I was against it at first, but when she presented it with it'll help with just in case she does have to go in, I was like, all right, fuck it. We'll see. We'll try it.
So you put them in your basement and you were staying on top of them.
Okay.
Okay. Because this is a lot. Now, Greg, I have to ask you, right? Because, like I said, when shit was brought to my attention, I asked you a question to see what your birthday was because I seen your birthday on the paperwork.
Right.
You told me the same birthday,
Right.
and but I don't know because HB told you your exact social, and and you said them charges ain't yours, bro. That don't add up to me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I've never seen those charges, G. I have no
And
reason to lie about that,
and
bro.
before HB went live, when I seen your picture on this live, I
Mm,
called you and I told you, be honest. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, have you ever been falsely accused of anything or anything?
none of that shit, G.
If anything is like that, bro, you need to be honest, bro.
Bruh, if it was me with a rape charge and a firearm charge or rape with a weapon,
I'm not gonna
bro,
lie. We looked up the code on that, and that's not a firearm.
it says firearm in the description, G.
It's a weapons offense. It's a firearm offense, but the code of it is an incendiary weapon, which is a bomb, some type of fire device,
A bomb?
a detonate. I'm just telling you what that code
Bruh,
is.
come on.
Incendiary.
Bruh, come
Oh,
on,
like a
dog.
flare gun, something that can light a fire, an
Yeah,
incendiary device.
it could have been a flare gun. Yeah,
No, never
Could have
even
been
held
a
a flare
Molotov
gun.
cocktail.
yeah.
Mm,
So, you're completely denying this rape, even
Not at
though
all.
you're not denying it.
No, I'm saying I've never seen this charge, G. Never
Okay,
seen this charge at
okay,
all.
okay,
So
okay.
he's not denying it. He's just saying he's never seen it. He's not saying, no, I never did this. He's
Mhm.
just saying, I've never seen that charge in my record.
Hold on, Greg. Is it possible that maybe something happened with somebody and they misconstrued it as something and may have
It
went to
couldn't
the
have even
police?
been that. It couldn't even been that, A-Dep.
Now,
That ain't even in my steez.
did you live at in Hillsborough County?
Yes.
Now, did you live at Windhorse Road on Windhorse Road?
I don't recognize that. But we're obviously talking about 14, 15 years ago. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
okay,
don't recall that address at all.
okay, great. Because I don't, there's certain
Can we
there's
Google it? Because I could tell you right off of Google.
well, no, there's certain details that I can show, but I really want to get your permission before I put those details out. Because I have all your, I know where you've been past like 20 years, so I could pull it up. But I'll just pull up the address first. Let's just pull up
Yeah.
the address. Let's pull up the address.
Yeah. And the chat keep asking, ask
10140.
Greg why he chose to run off to Alaska. That's a good question. Why Alaska specifically?
Yeah, that is. I mean, it is a good question. Let me see.
Yeah. And another question they want to know is, how did those other two kids die? Because it says Desmond meets his brother and sister in heaven or some shit. So there's two other dead
Oh,
children.
there was twins that she had prior to the twins we have that are living. One was stillborn and one passed after 4 hours of living.
Greg,
That was that was around the time I had first met her. Go ahead, A-Dep.
Greg, did you have a girlfriend in around 2010 and 2011, like a steady relationship?
I wouldn't call it steady.
Okay. Do you think she may have made some type of report and now that's like on your paperwork or?
I don't think bruh, I'm gonna be honest. Aileen Rodriguez is her name.
Yeah.
Aileen Rodriguez. So
That's the
I don't.
difference between a charge and just someone making a report. You
Right.
don't get charged for someone making a complaint or report.
Mhm.
Not like this.
Yeah. This so this address is actually the address that they gave me is actually the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not yeah, that's probably why you didn't hear that. Know about that office. That address. Yeah. So hold on one second. Let's see. When you were so it looks like you lived at a lot of different addresses in Hillsborough. Uh Cavade Drive, Beddington Court, 41st Road, St. James Place, Westland Ave, Lago, Wellaby. Do any of those ring a bell?
I can't even. Hold on.
Yo,
The only ones that look familiar are the Sly. Oh, damn. Okay. Appreciate that because I couldn't see shit. Beddington Court,
Mm-hmm.
Island Shore. No, that's Green Acres. And Armenia
Okay.
and Osborne.
okay.
Oh shit. It was in Brandon too.
For a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Now this was around the
But a lot
time.
of those dates are overlapping too.
Right.
So I don't even know how they document that shit.
Well, sometimes you might use an address while you're living somewhere else. It happens. Sometimes addresses overlap.
Mhm.
So during any of this time, you don't remember yourself committing rape with a weapon because
I've
all of
never
this,
committed rape with a weapon.
and you
Never
you see
committed
how
rape with a
all of
weapon.
this, all the information is like everything is vetted. It comes back to your name, your social security, your birthday.
I get that. But that also, like I said, if I committed rape with a weapon and was charged and prosecuted on that charge, I would not have my daughter with me right now. They
Not
wouldn't even
necessarily.
grant me custody.
Not
Come on, man.
necessarily.
With that kind of charge?
Not
Yeah.
necessarily.
People slip through the cracks with worse charges than that. People
No, bro.
have kids who
I've
have
had her for 4 years. There was
offender
even a
charges on their
there
jacket.
was even a change of custody, and it granted me custody back through a court system. There was a change of custody when I sent my daughter to go stay with her grandparents, my father and his wife, out in North Las Vegas.
I just Googled it. It says having a rape charge or conviction does not prevent a person from physically having children. Um, However, such a charge or conviction will significantly impact the parent's ability to have custody or unsupervised visitational rights with the child's safety and best interests as the court's primary concern. So it doesn't say that you couldn't have your child.
With
So I
those
don't.
No, but it says it
Yeah.
would significantly impact
Right.
custody.
Right. But I
Can I
think.
ask one question? Hold on.
It never
Let
has.
me
It
let me ask
never
this.
has, bro.
Let me
Go
ask
ahead.
this though. Let me ask this. What year was Addison born?
2018.
Okay, so that would be 7, 8 years after that shit. So and you raised her in Ohio?
HB said May
Mostly.
said let him back up, please. He's
Oh
back
yeah.
up.
It's been 2
Ohio,
minutes. It's been 2 minutes.
like in a whole different state. Florida's a non-extraditing state. That's why a lot of people run to Florida when they got warrants and shit like that. They dip out to Florida.
Okay.
So I doubt Ohio's gonna look into the shit. You know what I mean?
What about Nevada?
It's way on the other side of the country.
Right. But again, like I said, there had been a change of custody completely. documented through a court system. And then it was reverted back to me when I went and got her back.
I don't believe the charges thing because I've got fake charges put on me, but I actually got arrested. Like there was an actual incident where they charged me for some shit I didn't do, but I did get arrested during those two occasions where they arrested me for some bullshit and just wrote loitering on one of them. Another one, or my ex-girlfriend got me for domestic violence. I never touched her. So yeah, fake charges have been put on me, but I remember them. There was an actual arrest behind it and a record.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
I've never seen somebody say, I've never seen that.
Oh, God damn it, Gray. See, here's another thing. If everything that HB is showing you lines up, except for the grape charges.
Yeah.
You just basically admitted everything that HB showed you is dead ass, except for that. I'm super conflicted on that. And as somebody that do business with you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it from that point of view. You know what I mean?
Okay. But like I said at the beginning of this, I have no reason to lie.
Well, Greg, you've already lied about a lot,
I
though.
haven't.
He believes he's just omitted details. He hasn't lied yet.
Yeah, you lied about Jeffrey. You lied about actually saving
I don't
Addison.
speak about Bruh. Okay.
Yeah. You lied about that transgender you living with having a thyroid condition that makes his voice deeper or her voice
Okay.
deep.
Okay.
You lied about having roommates.
Okay.
Now, would you say the woman that you were living with's name again is
Jaquetta Watson.
now now you guys actually that place that you're at right now, that's under her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're living
As far
with
as
her.
I know. No, she doesn't live here.
So
She
she
has
doesn't.
the apartment. So she has the apartment, but she does the in-home health care. So they provide the place with that client that she's constantly at.
Okay,
She's not here.
so this is just like your live-in girlfriend or something, or
No. This is
So
someone I'm renting a room from for the
okay.
time being. In the
Okay.
meaning in between while I'm looking for an apartment.
Okay, so she so you do have you do have roommates then.
Okay.
Okay. So
Makes sense.
that's another lie. You said you didn't have any roommates.
Okay.
Yeah. I get it. If I had rape with a weapon and was living with a trans man,
don't
I
want the
wouldn't
house in
admit it
the
either. I would deny it.
I don't have rape with a weapon, first and
Yeah,
foremost. Secondly, Maze, I don't even know why you up here, G, because this ain't got shit to do with you. First and foremost. Secondly, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Let's
check
not
the
even
cash
get
app. I think they got
I'll
Maze
come
up
up
out
on
of
you.
here again.
started.
Especially let's say get Maze out of here. I don't know. He might have
Well,
sniped him.
I did wait the 10 minutes. Somebody did send a cash app to get Maze out of here for 10 minutes, and it's been 10 minutes. So yeah, Maze, they're not fucking with you right now, man. I think it's the whole
I
cash
don't
app.
know why you doing this to him. I don't know.
Who, Maze?
Yeah, this is
I
ignorant.
don't know why you keep doing this to me. He's bringing him up here.
What? Listen, if he paid, Maze, I don't usually say the cash apps unless people want to know, but
Yeah,
Maze
hey,
paid his own bounty. He paid his own bounty to come back up. So if listen, if he matches the donation, I'm gonna let him back up. I'm gonna let him
Yeah,
back
shout
up.
out to HB for always honoring the menu, always respecting the cash apps.
Yeah, the menu's always open, man. The menu's always open. So, why did you lie about having a roommate, Greg?
It's nobody's business.
Okay.
Yeah. And if that lady's nothing to you and she doesn't live there, why would she be reprimanding you and telling you like, yo, clean up and do all this and do all that and sound
She
transgender?
wasn't talking to me. She was
Oh,
talking
okay.
to her son, Kawan, who lives here.
Okay.
I clean up my shit. I make sure my shit is clean, so she ain't got shit to
So
say
she
to
got
me.
her, she don't live there, but she got her son Tawan living with you.
Kawan, yes.
Is he transgender also?
No.
Okay.
Okay, man. Okay, Greg. Okay. So, Greg, I'm gonna give you the numbers for this charge so you can do your own independent research,
Okay.
because this is on your record, your official record. Let's see. So the booking ID number is 70775291, and this
Hold on, Jig. Hold on. 70. My bad.
775291. This is in your inmate number was 006-70206. It's saying that you served time for this. Again, this might have been a fugue state that you were in, and this was in Hillsborough County. This was the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. So make sure you find that out. If you want to do a follow up, where we do a deep dive on that,
Okay.
we can. But everything lines up with you committing these crimes, Greg. You're a very violent person. There's been a lot of instances of you causing injury towards women, being a lot of domestic violence cases towards women. The way that you speak to your daughter is in a violent manner. And I really do just hope that you're not doing anything violent to her, because I've seen pictures of her. Obviously, I don't want to show the pictures of her because she still is with us, but she's a beautiful little girl, Greg, and I wouldn't have even looked into this if the way you treated her on live wasn't so blatant and disrespectful. I do appreciate you coming up here. Do you have any final words, Greg?
No, I don't have. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna figure it all out.
All right. What do you guys think about Greg? What do you guys think about this? Because
He's a monster.
He's a
I
monster,
think he's a monster.
and I seen it coming. I knew.
Yeah.
I like the aggression, the yelling at his daughter, the lying, and the weirdo shit. That's exactly why I wasn't battling, because I know, man, motherfuckers is weirdos, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a liar and a weirdo to recognize one. So Mace is right.
Yo,
man,
Maze, you gotta chill, dog.
I really want to
Like,
get Mace out of here.
get him out of here, dog. Like, Maze, you owe me $480, dog.
Yo, Maze, I gotta get you out of here, bro. I can't. Yo, Maze, man, I rock with you, but bro, you can't.
How
It's
can
too
y'all sit
soon,
up and
man.
listen to this? This is crazy.
It's too soon, Maze, man. Maze, you got any final words, man? I can't do this with you right now, Maze. This is a serious situation, man.
Right.
Yo, HB, can you
You're talking
explain
about
that feudal state or fugue state or whatever? Because a lot of your chat, they kind of like not too intelligent.
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. I'll get you guys the actual definition.
Yeah, because Greg might have actually committed all these crimes and don't remember.
Here's my
Right.
thing, Glitch, right? Is he said everything HB said was true. HB, I just sat here and watched HB tell this man his social security number. First of all, HB, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, you might be in the wrong line of work. You know what I mean? You might.
Hey,
You
listen,
don't get
listen.
a charge and an inmate number.
Listen. If I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to get down to the details. You know, I feel like we have a very intelligent audience. The people deserve to have facts and evidence. So I really just do this for the people, man. You know, like I don't want to just say something or you know. And plus, there was a lot of people. You know, I remember Snack, Yo-Yo, when Maze was talking to his kid like that. A lot of the parents in this
Greg, not Maze.
or Greg, yeah, when he's talking to Greg, or when Greg was talking to his daughter, a lot of the parents were really offended by that. And Ari, come back up here. And you know, it just kind of made me want to look into Greg a little bit more. Plus, I promised Greg I would. You know, we had a conversation outside of YouTube, and I made a promise to him that I would do this. So, yeah, it's so I'm going to tell you guys what a fugue state is. A fugue state is a dissociative disorder where an individual unexpectedly travels and becomes confused about their identity or creates a new one, losing memory of their past. It is often a response to severe trauma and is characterized by sudden amnesia, wandering, and sometimes a complete loss of personal identity. Treatment involves professional help for the underlying trauma and learning coping mechanisms to reduce the likelihood of future episodes. So maybe Greg had a fugue state and he just completely forgot about him raping somebody with a weapon.
Yeah, and he might have been in a fugue state when he committed the crime, like just on some blackout American Psycho type shit where he don't remember. He might be schizophrenic, low key.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. So you know, it is one of those things. And you know, this was back in 2011, 2010. You know, back then times were different. People could skirt the system a little bit with certain charges. In today's day and age, I mean, you look at a woman wrong, you could get charged with with Grape.
And it was easier to hide rape back then too.
Yeah. It's easier to get away with it, easier to hide it. There's just a lot that comes with it. And you know, I think just the fact that he's so comfortable with lying about these things, it's kind of showing me that maybe he believes he didn't rape that woman. Maybe he believes that, you know, maybe in his mind he really didn't do the rapes. But it matches with his social, his age, everything.
Yeah, maybe he's like Greg unbiased or some shit.
Yeah. Yo, what do you think about Greg lying about it? I mean, lying about pretty much everything. I mean, Greg's literally lied about everything. He said he saved Addison. He didn't do that. He actually left Addison in that burning apartment building.
Yeah, he really said, "Fuck you."
He said,
"Fuck that kid," and ran out.
FTK. Yeah, he saved himself. Yo, what do you feel about this, man?
Yeah, yo. And after you answer that, tell us your thoughts on that Quinetta tranny thyroid condition story, if you believe that too.
I think Yo-Yo just went to go warm up a hot pocket. Give him a second, you
Oh
guys.
shit, I'm sitting here talking, my shit's on mute. I'm in shock, bro. And I don't know about no Cornetos and shit. Like, I don't know about that story. I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He said everything matched up. He just told that man his social security number. I can't get over that.
Yeah.
Like, you're laughing because you're a fucking dick, but
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Or beyond.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Just
Oh
that man told that man
no.
his social security number. So I know whatever you got in your file, it ain't cap.
Yeah.
Because he just admitted to but the rapes.
Do you believe the Quanetta story, HB? That he claims this woman, that's her apartment and her son lives there, but she don't live there, and her voice sounds that deep because of thyroid condition, and he don't got roommates, but he do got roommates. Like,
nah. I believe him. Only because she's on the paperwork too.
Yeah, I get me a headache.
She's on the paperwork too, Glitch. So yeah, I believe him.
Get some,
No, I don't know what she I don't know what she looks like though, but
well, maybe he transitioned and that's her new given name, Quanetta.
Yeah, it could be.
Asper, man, I'm dropping down.
No, yo, hold on, because there's we gotta ask you some questions now, yo.
You ask me a motherfucking thing.
Greg.
I got that on my jacket.
No, obviously you didn't know about this. I just came to you about this today.
I've already asked my wife what she thinks. HB heard her response.
Yeah. So Yo, Greg is your gunner, man. He's
got a lot of artists I push.
Yeah, he's your
me, Adept, Social, Pablo, a lot of people.
Okay. So you're blaming this on the depth. Is that what's going on? Okay. No, I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yo-Yo's mad because you keep exposing all his artists and fucking up his investments, low key.
Are you mad at me for doing this, Yo-Yo?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you for doing this, man. I mean,
okay.
I'm literally, I don't know. I'm speechless, bro. Like,
we got to do a warrant search too, because Gregory Adams might have warrants in Florida and Ohio and Nevada. Like, he might have left a trail of unsolved crime.
When HB sent me this shit, I was like, yo, get the fuck out. I called him. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, G.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, man. And then when I asked Greg what his birthday was, and then I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, you say everything. Like, all the DVs and everything was real.
What are your thoughts about when May
how
said
the other shit ain't real?
Yeah.
When May said, I knew he was a liar and a weirdo from the beginning. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't. Maze is his name is mud right now, but he's not lying. He's not lying. I've always kind of felt like there was a little bit of evil spirit with Greg. Just kind of how far he takes things. Boston, aggravated domestic assault on pregnant women. Yeah.
Admitted to it, G. Well, not admitted to it, but said,
yeah. And I mean, he did admit to everything but the grape, but I just think, I think he's a liar. He lied about everything, pretty much. Everything he's been telling us, he's lied about. So, when Bullshit Free Zone said we need to find the news articles, are you talking about the grape? Because I'm not sure about the grape, if there's going to be a news article on the grape. We did find his baby mom, though, if you guys want to see that. This is the baby mom that him and Jeffrey shared an apartment with. Now,
You some bitches be finding everything, dog.
Yo,
And she's
Yo,
doing life in prison.
no, she's doing 111 months to 27 years in prison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's Greg's and Jeffrey's baby mom, and she was selling dope, and a woman died, and that's why Greg and Jeffrey were in that house together. They were both raising the kids as, you know, co-parents, fathers of this one woman. Yo, how you feel about that? If you're you know, if your wife, and this is all hypothetical, your wife had
My
another.
wife step out on me, I might be where she at. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, you step out and get pregnant, bitch, I might be where she at. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's my
No,
stance.
I believe Jeff and Greg were actually having homosexual intercourse that night and left the kids unattended in the basement playing around while they were getting freaky upstairs, leaving dookie stains all over the sheets.
Okay.
And the fire broke out.
Okay. Do you think Jeff was the top or the bottom?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think Jeff was the top because Greg kind of alluded to him being the top, Greg being the top, and I think he was like
Do you have
overcompensating.
any further questions for me, Your Honor?
Okay, yo, I do have another question for you,
Okay.
yo. Now Greg has been exposed as a grapist. What are we doing with anger management?
And versus A Ward. Oh, God.
I mean, listen, yo. If you want to push a grapist, I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to judge you, yo.
No, don't push that on me. Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
not. Listen, I'm not judging you. Yo. I'm not judging you, yo. The chat might, but I'm not judging you.
Me, hoe ass nigga. Don't push that shit on me. Get me off a motherfucking solo.
What you doing, yo?
Get me off a motherfucking solo, nigga. I'll be honest, bro. Like, it might either be chopped up money or replacement. I'll be honest.
So is Greg done? Is Greg over? Is he done? Is he welcome?
It looks like facts. It looks like facts to me because I just don't get how everything else is true, but that one thing. The address is everything.
Is he welcome on your panel still? Is Greg welcome on your panel?
Bro, don't ask me those stupid ass shit. That should be fucking
HB got Chrome magazine, got Chrome clips.
My bad.
And no, HB, remember, this is what Greg wanted. He literally dared the chat to do something.
Yeah, no. He told me too. You know, you Glitch, you were on that live afterwards when I talked to Greg, and I told Greg.
I told not a question, but you know,
I told Greg.
You know, it's pretty obvious. He just.
No. It needs to be said, but I just want to make this point. I told Greg that his behavior on my panel was it was deplorable. Him yelling at his daughter like that, and he made a promise to me that he was not going to hit any more panels. And I told him, I was like, Greg, if I see you on any more fucking panels, bro, I'm gonna air you out. I'm gonna go live on you. I'm gonna press the button on you. And I made a promise to him. You made a promise to me. I made a promise to you. And obviously, Greg is a fucking liar and doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he saw my page get clipped. And he thought it was, you know, I think a lot of people thought that it was still safe for him just because my page got clipped. But you guys got to understand, I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for anything. I do this for the love of it, man. I love going live and shit and fucking with the people in the community. Like, I do this for the love, man. I don't do it for nothing else. I don't need no validation or a bunch of numbers and shit. It ain't about that. So he felt comfortable pulling up on live. So I kind of felt it like, I kind of felt that he was basically testing my gangster, saying, nigga, do what you gotta do. So when I looked it up, I was like, oh, okay. Okay. And you know, a lot of times people with those types of charges, they want to be exposed. Now it's a burden off him. Now he doesn't have to keep coming on these panels with all these lies. I bathed them in the flames of truth and honesty. Now he doesn't have to keep pretending. Now he doesn't have to front like he doesn't have a roommate or he didn't save his little girl. Now he doesn't have to lie about Jeffrey. He doesn't have to lie about all the domestic violence.
Yeah.
The rape
About
charges.
Cornetta, the trans.
Yeah, he doesn't have to lie about any of that. So, you know, the truth will set you free. And that kind of brings me back to Yo-Yo. Are you going to still keep pushing Greg, Yo-Yo?
Rio versus Jackpot. You feel me?
Yeah. I still think the battle should happen with him and
Prez
Nawar.
Mafia versus Reaper Rail. Innovate versus Reek. You know what I'm saying? No Need versus Pyro.
Okay.
It's looking like Prez and Reaper.
Rio versus Jackpot going down.
It's looking like Prez and Reaper or Rio and Jackpot main event.
Okay. So you are confirming Greg is done.
For me, you have to prove that you didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And this is just a charge, mind you. It's not even, or is it a conviction?
You say
no, it's a conviction. He did time for it.
If you say everything lines up except for that one thing, prove that one thing ain't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because it said whatever that was, somebody went to jail for 74 days, right?
Yep. And it's two counts of it, or it's two different times too.
2 different times.
Yeah.
Could it have been his pregnant wife that he raped with a weapon on some crisis shit?
Same sleeve of conviction paperwork that HB received. I don't think that was photoshopped in that G. You know what I mean? So if you dead ass don't know shit about that, that should be easy to prove.
Yeah. And some of us been through the court system, so we know you can't fool like the whole chat. Some of us actually know you can't make this shit up and just put charges on somebody. They never seen a judge.
Yeah, HB ever try to flip some shit on me, I'm calling the courthouse. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
Phone call.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that big a deal, or should be easily disproved. So, I mean, I think Greg is a liar. He's just because he's lied about everything else. So why should we believe him now? Especially when it's something as deplorable as rape. Now, I do want to see after this who does still accept Greg. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of content creators who are still going to let Greg be in their chat, be on their panel. And I just want to see who are you guys, who are the people in this community that are going to harbor a convicted rapist? I just want to see, not just any rapist, a rapist with a weapon. I am interested. I'm sure you guys, who do you guys think is going to allow Greg to hop on their panel?
They asked Angry Fan one time.
Infamous.
When they asked Angry Fan one time about Chris Unbiased,
mm-hmm.
He said, I'm not going to stand up for him. I'm not going to stand beside him. But if they find him not guilty.
Yeah, but he still,
what I'm saying. Here's the difference. It's supposedly on his jacket. prove that it's not.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of already fucked up by
You know what I mean? Like I
claiming he
said,
doesn't remember
I
that
ain't gonna
charge.
bash. I ain't gonna stand behind you, and I ain't gonna stand beside you.
Yeah.
I just need you to prove that that shit ain't on your shit, G. I'm not gonna hold you. As someone that has done business with, now, granted, we don't know these motherfuckers from Adam and Eve. I don't meet these people in person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Me and the Dep have done business with, bruh. You know what I mean? And nah, son, when something like that comes out, you just prove that it's not you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna bash. I ain't gonna. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'll just stay away. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
You know,
saying?
the thing though is like even with the crisis situation, there was things that crisis didn't even know that were revealed to him when I did that live on him. He didn't even know about um Drea filing certain things. So, you know, do I think Greg remembers the rape and serving the time? Yes, but it was so long ago. Maybe he did. Maybe he blacked it out or just forgot. But I don't know, man. I feel like with Greg, the level of violence towards women and the stuff that he's done over the years, I just really can't see how battle rap, this community can really rock with him still. Now, if you guys have him on your panel or have him in your chat, I'm not gonna judge you, but I mean, what message are you really sending to the people if you're gonna side with somebody like this? So yeah. Yeah, real KB. And we were talking about that earlier too. I agree. I think Grape is the worst thing because at least with murder, you can justify murder sometimes. You could justify it a lot of times. But when it comes to Grape, there's never any justification for that. And to do it with a weapon, that just compounds the issue. That makes it even worse, you know? So yo, it is um you're definitely going to cancel the Greg and A-War battle.
Of course, I ain't. You know what I mean?
nah, don't cancel it.
What do you mean? Don't cancel it?
I mean,
The fuck do you mean?
it's not A-Ward's fault that Greg is a rapist with a
Edward got his
weapon.
friend in. Edward got his friend in.
Yeah.
I'm the
You-
one that's taking a loss.
so do you think Greg should pay you back for that front end that you sent?
Oh, for
Or,
sure. So,
okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, I'm the one taking a loss. The nigga don't even give a fuck about virtual. You heard him in the face off.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah. And all these weirdos are gonna do is just band together. I mean, the Danny Luxes, the Crisis, the Infamous, the Snack King Calls, they all chill together on panels still.
okay. You think Snack King Cole is gonna welcome Greg with open arms? Even though Snack King Cole is a father and
I think
um
so.
yeah.
Because
Who-
Snack was on Infamous's last live toasting with Infamous, toasting drinks, two men alone, late night. Like, yeah, let's take a shot. Snack was bringing his glass close to the screen. Like, here's a toast to you, Infamous. Salute. I rock with you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do hold Snack King Cole to a certain level of respect. And I don't think after seeing this, but a lot of people, some people can't read, some people don't believe anything that I say, so they might just chalk it up to, this is all Photoshop and AI. So I don't know. I don't know. It's coming from me, so they might just deny it anyway. But
It's Maze says Snack won't do that. Maze, you can look on Infamous channel right now. His last live, Snack is there cheering him on all night. Just them two. Snack is toasting, tapping his glass to the screen and shit, saluting Infamous. really glazing him all night. It was really disturbing.
Yo, I know you got a lot to think about. I know this is really, you know, I know this is something that's really heavy on your heart. I was actually
Get me off of
surprised.
motherfucker. I look up from my motherfucking phone. I'm on solo. Get me
Yeah,
off solo.
I know this. Well, I'm gonna give you your final words here, but I think with you particularly, you do go out of your way to push a lot of these battlers, and um, I just want people to know that when I came to Yo-Yo about this, he, um, you know,
Yo, hey, yo, Android Wiggins don't like your shorts. He want to dress you better.
Yo, what's up, HB?
yeah, I just want the people to know that were not you weren't in support of this at all. You didn't, you were basically ready to take that L.
Yeah. I think Wiggs want to take you shopping, yo, low key. That's what it sounds like.
Oh God, Williams, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, HB told me this shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Well, yeah, King Cole said he's good. I'm thinking like, yo, that's the only thing you don't recall is wow. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know how this community is, though. With people that commit violence against women. It's kind of, it's not me, so I can still laugh and kiki with these people, even if you put out paperwork. So I'm not going to be surprised, but I do respect the hell out of you, Yo-Yo, for kind of taking a stand on this, because I really didn't expect it. I really didn't. I
What
kind
you
of
think
felt.
of a sleazeball?
No. I just think his situation ain't really got nothing to do with you specifically, but the fact that you're willing to take a stance on this and say, "Yo, I can't be associated with a nigga like this that got that type of shit on his jacket," it kind of speaks to your integrity.
Facts. Even though at the same time, Yo feels like, well, Greg didn't grade me, so it doesn't really affect me.
Who the fuck feels like that? That's how you feel. Don't project onto me. Ho ass
Yeah.
nigga. Big salute to the platform. This is insane, Doug.
hmm
This is my first day of quitting weed again. So thanks for I
Yeah,
have a
Yo-Yo, you
big
can.
anxiety to smoke, but yeah.
Yeah. I think you deserve to smoke some weed tonight, Yo-Yo. You can go ahead and smoke some weed, man.
Nah, sir. I'm trying to quit.
Light up, Yo-Yo. You deserve it, man.
I got
I
blood.
I did think too that it was a little it was kind of weird that once Head Ice went up to Alaska and linked up with Greg, he caught that rape charge. Could all be a coincidence.
Oh god, yeah, I'm out.
There's
I'm
definitely
out.
no coincidences, and we have to look into that because that's very suspicious.
No, it's extremely suspicious. What was what was Head Ice and Greg really doing up there? Did Greg set the play and Head Ice, caught the alley oop on the grape
Yeah.
ball or something? I don't know.
Or maybe Greg is renting, pimping out his children, on some Kill Bill type shit.
It's yeah, bullshit free zone. He said this really makes the whole Dior thing seem so minuscule. That's what I'm saying, man. Like a lot of this shit is really kind of just silly shit online. But when you see black and white real shit and see what type of monsters these people are, and then you kind of still associate yourself with it, what does that really say about you? You know, even Maze. You know, like it's one of those weird things, Maze. You know, I can't understand why you. I don't know. I'm a chill. Because I don't want to be judgmental of people that got nothing to do with none of this shit. But when you associate yourself with these types of people with these types of jackets, it is pretty fucked up. I'm gonna read the charges again for you guys. Give me 1 second. It's really unfortunate.
And it's easy for some people to lie too on the spot because they're just used to it.
No, 100%.
So when Greg told us, "Oh no, that's not a trans. Cornetta got a thyroid condition that makes her voice sound deeper," I'm like, "Yeah, you really expect us to believe that, Greg? After you lied about everything else?"
Yeah. So this is Greg's mugshots that correspond with the charges. He's 5'9", 175. But I'll read off the charges again. So he's got battery to a spouse, touch strike, aggravated battery against a pregnant woman, battery, touch strike, spouse, rape with a firearm, another rape with a firearm, another rape with a firearm. Well, these are just two. And so yeah, all of his charges that he's ever had are all abuse, domestic, or rape against women. That's pretty much all that is on his jacket. And it's just when guys commit these types of acts towards women and you associate yourself with them, it does kind of say to me that you really have a deep hatred for women. I'm not sure. Maze, if you want to come back up and give your opinion, you can come back up, man. Hit the link, Maze. Because I did, Maze, I did see, what's kind of crazy is I saw you highlight Crisis's comment in the chat where Crisis said, HB, why did you block me out of the chat? And he's basically said, HB, why did you block me? And it's because I don't want to associate myself with somebody like you.
Yeah. HB, what are your thoughts on Greg claiming Juanetta doesn't live there, but she left her son live there? It's just she left her son with Greg.
I think what it is maybe what I really think is going on. Greg has so much shit on his jacket that it's probably hard for him to get a normal residence. Usually people with that type of crimes on their jacket, they have to be in like special housing around other
yeah. So he's renting a room in some sort of like offender Airbnb type shit.
Right. So I think that's what's going on here. And because you got to ask yourself, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of, I'm not going to say scared, but I'm hesitant on pressing the button on Infamous, because when you're 40 with roommates, you got to really ask yourself what got you to that point. Why can't you get any apartment in your name? Why can't you get any situation? You can't get no motion. It's usually because you got so much shit on your jacket, you can't get a decent job. Nobody will rent to you. But there is places, you can get rape Airbnbs and things for sex offenders. I mean, they got whole towns that are just for sex offenders out here. If you guys really look into it, where it's like a rest haven, a whole trailer park communities where it's nothing but sex offenders because nobody will rent to them. Nobody wants to be around them. And a lot of sex offenders and PDF files, they do move to Alaska.
You think Infamous is concealing something about his dark past?
Well, when you're 40 and you still have roommates, you do have to question, why would a man want to do that? I mean, there's so many cheap apartments out here, bro. It's really not that hard to get your own shit unless you don't have another option. Why would you want to share a room with a bunch of other men?
You know what it is? It's because like somebody like in Greg's situation, you can't rent an apartment nowhere near a school or anything. You know what I mean? So that's what he's using that. It's fucked up.
You think Greg's a registered essay offender?
Of course, it's on his jacket.
Well, it was so long ago, he might not be now. So it might have been a contingency to it. I'm not sure exactly what the what the details of the case were. He may have pled down to a lesser charge. So it's all pretty much the ball's in Greg's court, or it's in his court now to explain these things. But just saying that you don't remember it, you don't know, I think it's pretty fucked up, man. To explain these things.
The chat is saying Alaska got subsidies for offenders like Greg. So Greg might have been offered like 9,000-10,000 to move to Alaska as a felon, as a registered offender.
Yeah. We got Adept in the building. Adept, salute. Jack Action, salute, man.
Yo, somebody made a great point. Because the incident happened so long ago, that's possibly why he's not a sex offender anymore, because he probably just has to register for about 10 years.
Right.
Now, when did Greg come into battle rap? He came under Quad. We just had to register for about 10 years.
Wow. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, that was Jack. He got out of here.
Okay, so he came under Quad's league. So that was around maybe 2022. Do you think he came into battle rap after he was cleared off the sex offender list?
That would be a smart move for him. I think that would be the best move, to wait until that clears off. And yeah.
Yeah, yo, and the menu is open. Snack, if you're tired of hearing Maze's lies, hit that Cash App, $HB2N. You can get Maze all the way up out of here.
Snack is gonna have Luke Kane and Crisis on his live later.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stop picking and choosing, man. Let's start being a little consistent.
Yeah, no, and that was one of the things with Maze. It was when I saw that you had Crisis in your live, Maze, but like when we talk, you always say how you're against them and all this stuff. And mind you, Maze, I'm not judging you, but I mean, I don't know. It's just certain things.
I didn't have nobody in there. They just pop up in there, and I'm not like pansy ass like social them. I'm not gonna block anybody from my chat.
Right.
He did offer me to. He kept begging me to come up on his live, and I refused because I got integrity, bro. When I stood with him, but when the background come up on him, you can even ask the depth, bro. I stood on it. I left, dude.
Maze is ironic. Maze got integrity, but he don't owe loyalty to strangers. Make it make sense,
bro. Listen, bro. Listen, Glitch, right? Integrity. Here's what integrity is, right? You owe yourself truth, right? So regardless if the cap was a misunderstanding or if it's really what happened, the moment I stood on it and said that man didn't send me no money.
All right, Maze, let's not do this. Maze.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Let's not do this.
It didn't happen.
Let's not do this, Maze.
That dude, he is a fucking cornball.
So Maze, do you think Greg's incident could be a misunderstanding? Like he was.
No.
What about you, Adept? You think Greg, this is all just a misunderstanding with Greg?
Nah, not at all. And the fact that it's 2 incidents spanning 1 year.
Yeah. What about the beating of the pregnant woman?
You know where I stand on that.
Yeah.
Luke Kane and Crisis both did this. This is all on their jackets. That's one of the worst crimes, only exceeded by pedophilia and rape.
Yeah. I do think, it is one of those things. Hold on, I just got a cash app. Let me see. Okay, Maze, they got you up out of here. Any final words, Maze?
Yeah.
All right, let me get Maze out of here. Yeah, it is one of I don't know. I just don't know how people can look their daughters and their wives in the eyes and then associate themselves with men that beat on women. I just don't get how they can compartmentalize, but it is the internet too. You know, it's not like they're inviting these people over for drinks or something, but I don't know, man. It's just that type of debauchery. I don't even want near me, man, at all.
Yeah, Jack Action just shared a news story backstage on how they talking about how Alaska is a haven for sex offenders. A
Okay,
lot
let
Yep,
of
me.
offenders
I
actually
did
move there.
see that. It's Alaska and Indiana. For some reason, these states they go very soft on sex offenders.
Okay, let's check this out. You guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're
Pause.
new here. Um, let's see.
Alaska tops the list for the highest number of sexual assaults and violence in the United States.
If we reduced our rate of sex offenses in this state by half, we would still be number one in the nation.
Olson says sex
Jeez.
offenders have reason
That's
to find
insane.
Alaska inviting.
The loophole that exists
Yo.
now with the sex offender registry in Alaska is that our crimes are not on par with every other
Hold on a
crime
second.
in every other state. And so
Hold
if
on
people
1
move
second.
to this state and are required to register in their home state, they
Damn.
may not
I
necessarily
still
be
gotta.
required to
What
register in
the?
this state.
Hold on a second,
Governor
you guys.
Dunleavy
Wait,
proposed
HB, do you not
legislation
hear it?
sealing off this
No,
gap
I hear
between
it, but I
Alaska's
got.
laws
I
and
thought
other
I
states.
thought I
So
muted it.
offenders move.
Hold on. Yo, what the hell? Hold on. Damn, I keep getting cash apps. Yo, salute to the people in the chat, man. I definitely appreciate you guys. Yeah, damn, yo, it's a lot of get Maze out of here. Wow. All right, I'm gonna
They
start this
may
over.
not necessarily
I'm gonna start this over because I think I had too many windows open. There's so many windows when it comes to Greg. So let me close these down real quick.
be required to register in this state.
Governor Dunleavy proposed legislation sealing off this gap between Alaska's laws and
Yo,
other
where the hell?
State and are required to register in their home state,
Oh,
they may
wait.
not necessarily be required to
Who is fucking? Are you doing that, Glitch? Are you sharing that?
Yeah, that's my screen.
Oh, okay, yo, bro, you
But
are
Jack Action posted the link in private.
okay, yo. I'm sitting here like, yo, how the fuck is this shit moving? Well, no. Let me. Yo, I was bugged out for a second. I'm like, yo, I closed fucking everything. Hold on a second,
HB's on them good shrooms right now, y'all.
nah, I wish. Yo, I might need to after this. Let me share it just so I can stop and pause it and stuff. I appreciate it though, but I'm like at my computer, so I'd rather just share it. Damn, man. Yo, hit the like button, you guys. I'm over here tripping right now. Damn.
They said if you are a sex offender in any other state, once you move to Alaska, you are not required to be on the registry.
Right. All right, here we go.
Alaska tops the list for the highest number of sexual assaults and violence in the United States.
If we reduced our rate of sex offenses in this state by half, we would still be number one in the nation.
Olson says sex offenders have reason to find Alaska inviting.
The loophole that exists now with the sex offender registry in Alaska is that our crimes are not on par with every other crime in every other state. And so if people move to this state and are required to register in their home state, they may not necessarily be required to register in this state.
Governor Dunleavy proposed legislation.
So, do you guys think this is something Greg took advantage of?
What's interesting about Greg moving to Alaska is I do believe he said that the battle rapper Traumatos is the person that told him, hey, Alaska might work out for you. And we know
Right.
Traumatos has a wild charge on his jacket of him boiling a child.
Right. That
So
is
I'm
crazy.
not sure if maybe Traumatos was in the know about Alaska and the type of people that are over there, and why it would be inviting to Greg in his situation.
Right. Because I mean, honestly, like I just don't see why anybody would want to move to Alaska unless you have some shit on your jacket. This clearly is a state that pretty much only like outdoorsmen and sex offenders would want to move to. Like unless you love being outdoors and being out in the middle of the woods somewhere, unless you love wildlife and shit and fishing and shit. But I don't see Greg doing any of that stuff.
Or
Even
you're a
there are better
fugitive.
options.
Yeah. I mean, he could have moved to Mississippi if you want to. If if you need somewhere to live that doesn't cost a lot, he could have moved to Alabama.
Right. Now, what the situation that we're not pressing really like that is the Head Ice situation as well. It's interesting how Head Ice picked up that charge once he started associating with Greg up there in Alaska.
Yeah.
And they're no longer on speaking terms. That's
As
suspicious.
soon as Head Ice picked up that charge, that's when they were no longer on speaking terms. Do you think Greg was distancing himself not for a moral reason, but because he may have been involved in some type of way?
Yeah, maybe Greg and Head Eyes were out in Alaska committing grapes, and Head Eyes got caught up.
I could definitely see that. And Greg had to distance himself and pretty much get away from it.
Yeah.
Let's play some more of this.
Legislation sealing off this gap between Alaska's laws and other states, so offenders moving to Alaska can't slip through the cracks. House Bill 68 and Senate Bill 65. They would ensure that sex offenders moving to Alaska have to register in Alaska if they're already required to register in their home state, regardless of the crime and when it happened. The governor wrote in a letter to House Speaker Kathy Tilton explaining why the change needs to happen. Under existing law, a sex offender who is required to register in their state of conviction is not always required to register in Alaska. This makes Alaska attractive to offenders who seek to avoid registration. This legislation simply closes that gap and simply says if you are required to register in your home state and you come to Alaska, you will be required to register here, regardless of when you were convicted. According to a spokesman from the Department of Public Safety, around 100 offenders in Alaska will be impacted if the bill passes. And there are currently 3,335 names on the list of offenders, per a database that's updated daily. But the National Association for Rational Sexual Offense Laws says registries don't improve recidivism rates, writing, "There's no value in increasing its restrictions for registered Alaskans. That will only add to the tax burden of the citizenry with no public safety benefit."
Now they care. Now they care about the taxpayer, right?
Yeah.
Now they care. Oh, it's a waste of taxpayer money to register these sex offenders. There's no proof that it's gonna stop anything. So, now they care about the taxpayer. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting, man. That they would even try to flip that and make it seem like, this is, we want to save the people money. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. That is some sick shit right there. That is some mental gymnastics if I ever heard it.
The group says it works to oppose, quote, dehumanizing registries and unconstitutional laws. For state lawmakers who will have to make decisions about the governor's proposals, this issue is a tightrope between public safety and civil rights for the accused.
Wow. Civil rights for the accused.
We should go on that database and look up Gregory Adams. He might be on there.
How the fuck is it civil rights for the accused when these people were already registered?
And then HB, if you find them on that database, he can't say, "I don't remember this charge."
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna look them up right now.
What date is that article from that we were just listening to?
Let me see.
Because this bill sounds like it would be something new then. I want to know when Greg moved.
This was 2 years ago. This was from 2 years ago.
So Greg moved to Alaska well before that bill. So yeah, he was benefiting from the the protections that they had in Alaska.
Oh, there we go. Let me see. First name, Gregory. Let's see.
This is what the Greg wanted. He dared the chat. He said, HB, fuck you. Do without will. Run it.
Mhm.
Do something about it, HB. You and your faggot ass chat. I bet y'all won't do nothing. I'll post my address again and y'all ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't see him on the list. I don't see him on the list.
Yeah. But that makes sense because they did say most of them are not required to register in Alaska,
Right,
even
right.
if they were in their home state of conviction.
And also, this happened 10 plus years ago, almost 15 years ago. So,
Right.
yeah, it's possible that he was registered with a contingency of just 10 years.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like they had a term for
do
that.
that.
I thought
Yeah,
it
they
was a
do that.
lifetime.
No, it's not everybody's a lifetime. You'd be surprised, like, how sick motherfuckers, how little time they have to be registered for.
Yeah, I just went on city-data.com the other day and found a bunch more people in my area that I've seen that are offenders.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually it depends on the severity of the rape. So usually if kids are involved, then it's more so like a lifetime. But unfortunately, if women or men are involved, then you have a timetable on that.
Right. With children, you'll get a lifetime because now they're saying that this is like your sexual identity at that point. So like there's no, this is something that you're not going to stop at all. But even then, some of them get skate through the cracks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that Alaska article did just say, regardless of the type of sex offense or rape crime, they aren't required to register, regardless of if it was a child, if it was their grandma, like whoever.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, I mean, in reality, Alaska is probably the least desired state for anybody. So I can understand why the legislators want to, make it a rest haven for sex offenders. They got to collect that tax revenue somehow.
Yo, real quick.
Yo.
I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit fucking me up. 1, 2, Greg, if it's not on your jacket, call the courts in the morning.
Yo, I think, this is why I rock with you, man. People could say all they want about you, but you really try to push these battle rappers and you really want them to do well in life. You want to see them succeed. And I know you're in denial right now, yo, but
yeah, I still want to hear A-Ward's round.
I'm not in denial. I'm just saying, he said everything lined up except for that one thing. So if that one thing ain't there, call the courts in the morning and prove it's not there.
yeah, nah, I think Greg knows it was him.
I don't want to hear A Ward talk about a rapist when he be chilling with Chris on bias. Yeah, if anything, give that A Ward battle to Clip, Corleone, or something, or if you're gonna have the battle at all.
Yeah. Solar System, he said, could he have been grandfathered into the old law if he already lived there? And yeah, he did move there.
He moved it well before the bill.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know if the bill was even passed. They say they were trying to introduce legislation.
Right. It seemed like the media were trying to brainwash people to be against the bill.
Right. And I get it too for Alaska, like you got to be able to attract some class of people to that state because why would anybody else want to live there? So, Greg saw it as an opportunity, to
start a new life.
Yeah. Live his dreams out in Alaska without the scrutiny of living in the States.
Yeah, he said, I no longer Grape. I got kicked out of Moose Knuckle Crips. I'm no longer Grape.
Moose Knuckle Crips.
Yeah. I think too. Let's say this was you, Yo. Let's say this was you, right? Would you be so calm and
No, that ain't me.
Yeah.
no,
Would
no,
you
no,
be
no.
would you be living with a transgender with a
No, no,
thyroid condition?
no. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, let's say this was like let's say you were in Greg's place and you know this isn't true. Would you be so calm and measured about it? Would you be so relaxed and
Hell no,
chill?
bombing on you hoe ass niggas.
Yeah.
Fuck the bombing. I would be bugged the fuck out that this was even on my jacket if it never
Yeah.
happened. Like, how the fuck is that on my
Yeah.
paperwork?
I'd be
Who did
making
you get this
calls right
from?
now. I'd be
Yeah, I'll be
making
like, yo,
calls.
HB, call my phone. Who did you get this from? Can I talk to them? Can
Yeah.
we look more into this? Like,
Yeah.
it would be be
Yeah.
completely different.
Would be an
bro. That was
urgency
really
to clear my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck clearing my name on the internet. I want to know so I could clear my name in real life. And I
Real
would
life.
be wondering, damn, is that why jobs aren't hiring me? Is that why, like, there would be a lot of questions right there if somebody's telling me that's on my jacket and I really didn't know.
Yeah, no, I think Greg knows though. He knows. I think this was
Now hold up, HB, because he mentioned something about trying to get into trucking.
Yeah.
And that he did go to pursue his CDL, but was unable to find a job with a company.
Yeah. No, well, he brought up
rape charges would have something to do with that.
Well, he brought up CR England. Now, I know about CR England in the trucking community. It's well
They'll
known.
hire a rapist.
No. They won't hire rapists. Even most trucker.
There's a lot of weird motherfuckers with crazy shit on their jackets that gets that. They have CDL programs for a lot of motherfuckers. Like
Most companies, even homeless shelters, won't take in sex offenders.
Yeah,
that's why most of them are homeless.
Most trucking companies, they'll take a murderer, they'll take a robber, a fraud. Yeah, they'll take anything but a sex offender. Most trucking companies.
You know what? That's probably true modern day as well because of there's a lot of women in the trucking industry now, and at these truck stops, these women.
Yep.
Yep. That's exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, nah.
I'm thinking about older days.
Yeah, no, that's literally the only charge that you're not gonna. I'm telling you, man, you could kill 10 people and still get your CDL. But if you got,
think that's the reason why he couldn't.
It's a
employment there.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. That's why I think he said that's another story when he was talking about CR England. I know about CR England. It's a shit company, but they will literally hire a monkey. You know, they'll hire anybody. They really don't. They have really low standards, really shit trucks, really shit equipment.
They try to hire P Black.
So yeah, nah. I think he knows, man. I just think it's something that he doesn't want to accept. That
Wait, so CR England would hire Blue Dream is what you're telling us, HB?
Come on. Yo, bro, stop it, man. Come on, leave the melanated queen Blue Dream out of this, man. Leave her out of this, man. Come on, Jesus Christ, man. I didn't mean it like that, man. I meant like actual. Yo, bro, why'd you even say that, man? What the fuck, man? Yeah, KB.
Because C-Double's gonna flag the live. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything like that, man. And yeah, KB said, yeah, they don't hire sex offenders anywhere. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the one thing I'm telling you. Companies will overlook a lot.
What's unfortunate is they do. They got government programs and funding for companies that do hire these people.
Yeah,
not a lot, but it's
not
like,
a lot.
You know,
yeah, there's certain things.
Certain companies that be desperate for that little check.
Right.
They'll hire us to do that. They'll do that shit.
Yeah. But most places, even homeless shelters, won't take these people in.
Yeah.
And I know that from personal experience.
And I think that's why it's been so hard for Greg to keep a job and keep employment. And you know, he's been trying to chase this battle rap dream because he knows in the battle rap community, you know, a lot of people harbor these types of people in the battle rap community. They don't really care about
it's
that
interesting
type of stuff.
He debuted on Qua's channel. It's really interesting because Qua got, you know, this type of dark past to him
Yeah.
as well.
Didn't Greg get fired from that last Circle K job for trying to sexually assault a man
I'm not
during
sure
his
if the,
shift?
I'm not sure if that was it, but I think it's because he was going live while he was working at Circle K, and he
No,
was.
he said he had to put hands on somebody.
Oh
They
wow.
got him. They got rid of him. They had to let him go.
Well, that just goes to show that he does have a violent streak, and that kind of adds up to his charges that he has. You know, he has a insatiable lust to put his hands on men and women.
Yeah, and he also claims, "Oh, Alaska's a legal state. Run up on me if you want. I got firearms." But he says he's never owned a firearm to
Yeah,
even commit rape with a weapon. You
yeah.
see,
Now,
HD?
Glitch, if you got that clip of him saying that, we need that right now. Because
HB was in
I
that
do have
live.
a vague memory of him saying that.
Yeah, no,
No,
I do
it
remember
was a
saying that.
private live where HB was there, and HB, you heard him say,
Yeah,
"Yeah, come up
yeah,
here to Alaska if you want to. It's a legal carry state," like
yeah,
alluding
yeah.
to him owning firearms.
Yeah, he did. That's what's so weird about Greg. It's like he lies about so much that at this point it's I can't believe anything he says,
Yeah,
And
and
then
I'm
too,
sure
and then
someone
too,
with Grape won't be able to get a weapon
and
legally.
what's crazy too is like when even confronted with the rape thing, that's what he was kind of focused on. I've never owned a weapon. Like, bro, fuck the weapon. You raped somebody. Well, like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah, nonchalantly. I've never seen that charge, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on, you too relaxed.
yeah, nah. I think Greg really wanted this for real. I think he really wanted this.
But I mean, he thinks uh we don't have discernment and we can't read shit through the internet. We can't read
Yeah.
people's energy. We don't have discernment. We're stupid.
Yeah. I knew what was up with Greg from this clip right here. Let me play it real quick. I knew there was something dark about Greg.
Right. Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
Before I
Come
slap
on,
the
bro.
shit out you.
See Addison too, man. Do y'all want to see Addison? Maybe I shouldn't show Addison. I probably shouldn't show Addison.
Yeah, you might get flagged for that.
Yeah. I don't want to show as Addison. Desmond has passed on, so I don't want to show Addison. But as Addison is a beautiful little girl, man. She does have a cleft lip, but besides that, she is a beautiful little girl, man. Long
So she
curly hair.
look like Infamous son then.
No, well, I'm not gonna say that. She's a beautiful little girl, man. And like when I'm looking at her, I just can't imagine raising my voice out of anger at a little girl like that, man. I just could not
Yeah.
imagine that shit.
And you could tell the way he said it, like all the anger behind it, like shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Like he was really
Right.
Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
Before I
Come
slap
on,
the
bro.
shit out you.
Yeah.
Bro, if the rape case, if those charges weren't his, bro, and he really didn't know about them, he should have automatically accused you of making fake paperwork.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. I'm just his reaction to it too. And what's crazy is he was in the back the whole time too. He wasn't calling he wasn't checking his paperwork or trying to call a lawyer to look into this. He was just sitting in the back waiting the whole time to get up and defend himself. And
And what's crazy is like I didn't even know he was in the back. He should have been going crazy in the private chat, like, nah,
yeah.
let me up. What the fuck is this? Da 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 da.
Nah,
Yeah, man.
he was very relaxed about this, man. That's why I almost kind of feel like he kind of wanted me to do this. He needed to get this weight off of his shoulders, so now he doesn't feel so guilty.
Now, what happens if Greg says, listen, all right, I'm gonna come clean. I did do this, but I did my time, and I'm just trying to raise my daughter and be a a law-abiding citizen?
For me, it wouldn't make a difference, honestly. I
It
think
wouldn't make a difference for me either.
you know, raping somebody and doing it with a weapon and then lying about it and then double backing it. This ain't a Maze situation where he's lying about a goddamn cash app to Deezy, man. We all know that shit is hilarious. Like is funny, but this isn't really funny, man. This is like sick shit, sadistic, deviant behavior. And I just don't really think there's any coming back from this.
Yeah, can't come back from sexual deviancy.
Yeah, not where you're taking it from somebody, you know.
Does it say if he raped his pregnant wife or if it was just like a stranger?
It didn't say. I'm not gonna lie. We do have somebody looking into the transcripts of this. Adept, didn't you
Yeah,
contact our?
I made some contacts.
Mhm.
It is being looked into because
Okay,
that's gonna tell us the actual story
right,
surrounding the rape with the weapon. We need
right.
those transcripts, the court synopsis of the charge, of the summary of the accusation, the police report, everything. We're working on getting all of that. So
Right.
it shouldn't be hard to get.
Right. Yeah, we have all the details. So, you know, a lot of times you have to send petitions for these types of things. And
Nah, we got we got his
yeah.
his inmate ID. We have everything. So.
Yeah. So it shouldn't take too long.
Don't ever threaten ADEP's minions to expose you, Greg.
Yeah.
You fucked up, Greg.
I mean, listen. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm ADEP's minion, but
Nah, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the
No,
general
we're talking about
network.
the chat. The network.
General network.
Yeah.
How information comes together, yo.
Yeah, no, this is a network. I don't think anybody's a minion. I know they like to spin it that way, but I just think we all have a certain spiritual leaning and discernment about certain things. And there's just certain things we're not gonna stand for.
I'm an ADEP stan. I think ADEP has a nice bubble. That bubble looks very good on him. And I fuck with ADEP.
Yo, what the? All right. I think I'm a.
I appreciate the compliment, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fire bubble. The camouflage bubble. Fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
it's clean. It is. I ain't mad at it.
All right.
So HB, you don't like ADEP's bubble?
All right. I think it's time to end
I
this
don't like
live.
the way you calling it a bubble.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't like that.
Yeah, I think it's time to end this live, man. Hey, Glitch, you got any final words, man?
$sign HB2N, $sign restore order, $sign that NIC, HNIC. The menu is open. Let's get it.
Salute, man. Adept, final words, man.
A Ward versus Clip Corleone, man. Let's do that.
We'll figure it out, man.
Salute to HB. Salute to the network. Salute to. I want to see what happens from this, man.
Yeah,
I want to see what happens out of this, yo.
Yeah. Nah. Appreciate you though, man.
You already, bro.
Salute,
Peace.
man. Yo, this has been a crazy 2 episodes. Make sure you guys subscribe. Dreezus is going live. It's I am Dreezus on YouTube. I appreciate everybody that came over here and subscribed and viewed. Make sure you guys go check out my last live. Jack and Social Assassin pulled up, and Greg the Grape. I think that's his new name now, Greg the Grape. It's unfortunate that I had to come to this, but You know, I'm a man that likes to keep a promise. I keep my promises. So, let me see. Mazeavelli said, "Do you really appreciate me, HB, because you kicked me off after I paid 10?" Maze, it's just Maze, come back out real quick, man. Hit the link, Maze. I'm gonna let you before I end the stream. I'm gonna let you get your bars off, Maze. Come on, man. You did pay the 10. I'm gonna let you get your bars off, bro. Hit the link, Maze. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Nah, Maze, I rock with you too, man. It's just, bro, it's just too soon for you to be like getting up on panels, talking about other people. But, bro, just pull up, man. I got like 2 more minutes, man. Pull up, Maze. Let's get it, man. I gotta call my boo thing. I'm trying to cake real quick, man. Trying to cake with my boo thing. Hey, pull up, Maze, man. What we doing? Come on, Maze. We there we go. Mazeavelli, man, in the building. There we go. Maze, what's going on, man?
I'm just fucking with you, HB.
Yeah, no, I just don't want you to think it's like personal or anything, man.
I know it's not, bro. I know it ain't. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, we got our differences. Me, and you, we good, bro. We got to reform shit. But honestly, bro, I really honestly didn't have too much of an opinion on it. It's just too disgusting for me to even worry about talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just fuck with you in general, man. You know what I mean? I support the channel in general.
I
So
appreciate
the 10 didn't have nothing to do with me getting on the panel.
Yeah, no, because there was a lot of super chats to get you off the panel, and so I don't want to, the menu is always open.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate the people. So yeah. But you got any final words on this, Maze, before I end this live?
No, man, I'm good, man. I'm gonna probably go over there and see what Glitz is up to.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys the after show.
I appreciate you though, man. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I know you really, really fuck with the community hard. So I appreciate you, man. Like keeping everything straight and clean.
Yo, I just got another Cash App, Maze, to get you out of here, man. My bad, bro. Yo, the menu is always open, man. The menu is always open. Somebody, do you guys hear it go? My phone going off? I just got another Cash App to get Maze out of here. So the after show is on I Am Dreezus on YouTube. Make sure you guys go pull up over there. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here. And of course, if you want to help sponsor this episode, the Cash App is below. Send that Cash App to Ari Lee Ray, $ Ari Lee Ray. And of course, as always, man, God bless America and God bless the chat, man. I'm out of here.
I said, hey, yo. She's not a trans. Her voice just deep due to a thyroid condition. Yeah, I try to get my CDL. I'm on a trans mission. Transport and freight. I ate ass for an eighth. Yeah. What else? What else did I do?
Shit like that.
Shit like that. HB ate some bad Taco Bell. He had diarrhea. That shit like that.
Bang, 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 bang.
HB don't want to play this clip. I got 40 in the chamber. I moved to Alaska to be in a Grape's paradise.
Yes.
linked up with Head Ice. We bought a van together, started doing missions. Yeah, check the news story. There's a couple trans missing in my area. Yeah. Greg the Grape. Mates don't fuck with him because he don't eat fruits. They too unhealthy. Nah, it's all good, HB. Fuck that.
Face
Yeah.
first.
We gonna say that for another live. Ari Lee Ray, I'm still alive. Yeah. Here we go. I'm in the DMV. I see you niggas hate. I see DMV. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on one. And I run down 2 straps. Looks like I'm giving myself head now. Yeah, Baltimore.
Of course.
Right.
Edison, shut the fuck up. I'm on the phone.
Before I
Come
slap
on,
the
bro.
shit out you.
Self Head Strap by Ari Lee Ray. A strap used to assist in oral sex on yourself. Available now on selfheadmerch.com. As seen used by your favorite virtual battle rap moderator, P Black.
No attending, that my name ring. From the UK all the way to AZ. Bitch and the bitch nigga say. Still they don't even know what the name mean. No it ain't a ting, that my name ring. All the way from the UK to AZ. Bitch and the bitch nigga say. Still they don't even know what the name mean. Well shit, fuck it, game chose me. I didn't even want it. They didn't have heart, but somehow she touched it. So how these niggas turkey, but they don't want snuffing. I think these niggas chicken, so why they always ducking? It's nothing, it's up, and I know what you up to. Yeah, it's cool, thinking fuck me, I'm thinking fuck you. Why your bitch wanna fuck me, I wanna fuck too. I got the cheat code, more bread than bistros. Knocking free goals like popping free throws. I was up in Chicago, rocking peak coats. Now I'm in Texas, shop with Chicos. Long nights, cruise in the drop, can't sleep cause what they put in food in the crops. Got a dirty dick, put lube in the Glock. I was down in H-Town but ain't screw up the pop. I don't even know if you listening, but when you share your heart it's a risk in it. And if you fuck with me it's a risk in it. Right before your eyes but you know it ain't a ting, that my name ring. From the UK all the way to AZ. Bitch and the bitch nigga say. Still they don't even know what the name